What's up, everybody? It's the DJ MonDo from tejanolokomail radio, keeping it connected, baby. We're I'm streaming on the radio app. Actually, I'm on right now at the online radio box because it was came to my attention that for some reason, if your phone or computer is not updated, you cannot tune in. So you have trouble. But there is other platforms you can go and tune in. Right now I'm on online radio box. We're on there too. Thank you, online radio box. There's a lot of other different places. So yeah, let's check it out. And today we're gonna have Rita Capuchina. So be ready, guys. Be ready, Rita. Happy late birthday, Aisha. Okay, let me get my chairs in, guys. Thank you, everybody who is tuned in onto the radio. There we go. Hi, Misha. My homegirl right here. Check it out. Sonia de la Paz. Let me get my chairs in, and then we'll get to the show. Okay, here we go. Check it out. Homegirl. Hey, TV's not on. For all my copycatter TVs out there, haha, I got video, you don't. I'm sorry, I had to do it. That's right, guys, Sonia de la Paz. All right, guys, let's play one more song. Let's play Monica right here. Monica Salvador, one of my homegirls out there. Check it out.
I don't know.
And video. Saludos to West Texas Promotion out there. Saludos, Homer. Homewrecker. If you guys need a tow truck out there in Houston area, check out Homer. And then we're going to get Rita pretty soon.
¿Acaso no fue suficiente daño que causaste? ¿Y qué más quieres que te
What up,
dé
Lee?
si nada me dejaste? Mi dignidad me la robaste el día que intenté rogarte. Aquí yo ya no tengo nada que puedas llevarte. No tengo ni una sola lágrima, tú me secaste. Con la revolución que hiciste que en mi corazón solo me sobrevivió la amargura y el dolor. Y a veces no pierdas tu tiempo, es demasiado tarde. La larga te carga tu ego buscando otra parte. Aquí no vas a encontrar nada bueno para ti. Y hoy al fin puedo decir, ya no dependo de ti.
Saludos, Uranus, Texas in the house. What up, boo? Hey, we got the Conjunto Block next week. Check it out, JT and sus criminales. Johnny T right there. Going to be on next week for the Conjunto Block. You want to check that out, man, because I'm waiting for my Conjunto DJ to start. Pero no mames, I don't know what he's doing. Letting me down. But yes, we're going to have Rita Capuchina, or Rita Capuchina Animal coming on very soon. Destiny in the house.
El día que intenté rogarte. Aquí yo ya no tengo nada que puedas llevarte. No tengo ni una sola lágrima, tú me secaste. Con la revolución que hiciste que en mi corazón solo me sobrevivió la amargura y el dolor. Y a veces no pierdas tu tiempo, es demasiado tarde. Y al que te carga tu ego, buscan otra parte. Aquí no vas a encontrar nada bueno para ti. Y hoy al fin puedo decir, ya no dependo de ti. Oh, y a veces no pierdas tu tiempo, es demasiado tarde. Y al que te carga tu ego, buscan otra parte. Aquí no vas a encontrar nada bueno para ti. Y hoy al fin puedo decir, ya no dependo de ti. Ya moriste para mí.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's Monica Salvador right there. Team A winner, best new female. Good old homegirl of mine. Freaking awesome, awesome woman. Yes, sir, that is right. Here we go, guys. Okay, so we're gonna get Rita Capuchina on. I want to say only stars drink rock stars. I switched over to the rock star area. Salud to everybody out there. Here we go. Love it. What? I need my Gabriela Salazar. Here we go, guys. That's right. For Rita Capuchina is going to be joining us really soon. What's up, Rick Balderano, my homie out there. Interview today. If you guys don't know Rita, here we go, baby. Check it out. And she was here. She was there at the second annual Tejano River Rock Festival. Here we go. Badass muchacha. Check it out, Rita Capuchina.
Quiero más.
Alright guys, that is Rita Capuchina. Freaking awesome, muchacha. She's a badass singer. She's freaking awesome. I love her. She is bad. She's a bad mama jam out there. Keep an eye out for her, because she's coming up. Coming in hard. What's up, Danny?
Me dices que yo soy la mujer de tus sueños, que este es un amor que todos desean. Te quiero más, te quiero más. Me despiertas todos los días besando mi cara, me cuidas como si fuera una reina. Te quiero más.
Rita Capuchina. Five in the house. Saludos to all the Baudendis.
Cuando estoy contigo no tengo miedo, me vuelves loca, bésame mucho, como te quiero, como te adoro, todo es más bonito contigo a mi lado. Te quiero
That was Rita Capuchina right there. This is Tristan Ramos' brand new song. We're gonna jump over to two more Rita songs right after this. I gotta put my homie out there. So Rita, right after your song, you feel free to jump on if you got it. Here we go, Tristan Ramos.
Es complicado.
Saludos Harvey out there.
Ando manejando por las calles que me besaste, oyendo las canciones que un día me dedicaste. Te diría que volvieras, pero eso no se pide. Mejor le pido a Dios que me cuide, porque ando manejando por las calles que me besaste, oyendo las canciones que un día me dedicaste. Te diría que volvieras, pero eso no se pide. Mejor le pido a Dios que me cuide.
Y así es, Tristan Ramos.
Harvey! Danny Castillo in the house. What up, my brother? What up? Yes. Mary in the house. What's up? Saludos to all my Washington. Oh, shoot. Is she ready? I think she's ready.
Me hiciste daño y así te extraño, y aunque sé que un día te voy a olvidar, no lo hago, es complicado, todo lo que hicimos me gusta. Oyendo las canciones que ya me dedicaste, te diría que volvieras, pero eso no se pide.
Okay, we're trying to get Rita on right now. Let's see if it works. I don't have the donuts with me. I ate them. I was eating sandwiches. But yes, Rita is a freaking awesome singer from San Angelo, I believe. Coming out hard, fast enough. Rita, what happened? Oh, wait. Okay, guys, we're gonna get Rita on. Hold on. Here we go. The interview. Rita.
Hi.
On Rita Capuchina. Let me turn this down. Facebook, can you guys hear Rita?
You want me to talk? Testing 1, 2.
Can
you hear me?
Rita out there? Yes, give me a thumbs up, give me hearts, give me donut signs or something.
I can hear you, but it made me turn my camera, so I don't know if that's normal.
No, it's like, because I usually go this way. I go wide versus tall. That's the way.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can hear you. Let me throw some shares in right now. Share.
Chair.
So everybody down there, hit some shares, por favor. know what? I'm all out of shares right now. I don't know why.
You can get out of shares?
Oh no! It's
Crazy.
okay. Yay, we can hear you, or they can hear you. Thank you. Who was it? Alguien, some boys. Got Alberto. Thank you, Alberto. Okay, so first of all, welcome, Rita. So usually, if you're not familiar with me, I usually ask weird stuff sometimes, and some actual stuff, some actual music stuff, and some weird stuff. But I also always tell the audience if they have any questions, feel free to ask because this is the time. This station is for them. So the whole motto is to keeping you connected. Tejano Loco keeping you connected because I want to keep the listeners bridge to the artist, which I noticed people started adapting that. But I did it first. Anyways, so anybody have any questions, feel free to ask them. So okay. So first of all, Rita, I guess for me, I started seeing your music out here this year, a little bit of last year, and listening to the music, I'm like, this woman is good. But I was still a little unsure, like, okay, who's Rita? Who is that? Who's that woman? Until my buddy, old DJ, but my buddy still smoked. Told me, hey, we're gonna have Rita at our festival. Like, all right, let's do it, man. So for those of the people out there who don't know who Rita is, let them know who Rita is.
Okay, so I am right now. I'm in San Angelo, Texas. So I am West Texas girl now. I actually grew up in South Texas, through high school in Ingleside, Texas. Shout out to the Mustangs, and close to Corpus Christi. So I grew up over there. I went to college, had a family, raised a family. And honestly, I was real introvert, real shy growing up. So I never thought I was going to be singing in front of a bunch of people. So, but I love to sing, I love to sing. So I raised my family, got married, raised my family. My kids, left, they flew the coop a couple of years ago. And so then last year I just decided, I told my husband I want to I had actually released an EP, Americana EP, all original songs, a few years ago, but it came out when COVID hit. So, I pushed it here in San Angelo, and, I sold over 100 of them real fast, and, San Angelo has been wonderful to me as far as supporting me. I've been in cover bands for probably about 20 years, just here and there. I started out with mariachi. And then I did, your country, I did your Tejano, I did your rock, I did your blues, I did it all. So I love all the genres. So then I just started to focus on, getting some Tejano, music out there. And I reached out to Jonathan Espinosa, and he agreed to work with me. And that's how, my song started. My first release was last June.
Oh, wow. Wow, okay. That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. But you know what? A lot of people they started around the COVID time. I've noticed that this wave, I guess this wave of musicians started around the COVID time. Which it's crazy because I've noticed when COVID. I'm echoing. Let me turn this up. So I noticed when the COVID happened, a lot of people kind of emerged out of the blues. So, I'm actually really happy because I see a lot of new faces, a lot of new artists, and for me, you're one of them because I'm like, who's this woman? Because I hear your song, and I've told you that. I told you you can sing, girl.
Thank you.
So anybody out there who have questions, ask them now. So first, I should say, okay, let's go. Okay, this is what I want to say. I just have a lot of stuff. I just don't know where to start. Okay, so I've always heard your name and heard the music, and then finally when I got to see you March, I was like, okay, I was excited because I'm always excited to put the face with the song, and and I've never seen you perform. I never heard you perform, but because there's you know, it's different on music.
Yes.
And then when you're live.
Yeah.
And then, so I was like, okay, I gotta see what this girl got. And I like, shit, man. Like, I'm sorry, my language was shit. Like, you guys, you guys hit the song and boom, like, damn, you know, you kept that party going, and I was like, damn. Like, you guys sounded phenomenal.
Thank
Like,
you.
you guys tore it up. I was like, you know,
Yeah.
the whole time I was like, damn, damn, you know, like, like, I don't know if anybody understands, but this is like the party group. This is the group that you want to hire if you want to like freaking dance and have a good time and just do it, you know. Okay, maybe it's just maybe it's the rock star. It's the rock star.
No, thank you. I appreciate that feedback so much because that was actually our first time there in San Antonio. So we were like so excited. The guys, you know, I was, you know, we all have to do it from our, you know, it's free for the fans, and that's what it's all about. So, you know, I've always wanted to go before, you know, be like, man, I think I could be up there on that stage, you know, and, you know, perform in front of all of San Antonio. And so, yeah, like it was weird. I was telling my husband, like whenever I got up there, I was like, I was really nervous, like the day of, and then I got ready and I got on there, man, it was like an awesome feeling. Like we were just vibing from the audience, and our whole band, man, they were on point, and man, we had really prepared ourselves for it. You know, we wanted to make sure it was a tight show. It was like bam, 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 one song after another, you know, and yeah. So yeah, we were so super excited with, you know, our performance, you know, because we critique ourselves, you know, a lot too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, you know, and we had Gabriella right before you, and she freaking did phenomenal. You know, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I think maybe the timing of the people who hasn't got there yet, or maybe the alcohol haven't hit in. But I think Gabriella did freaking phenomenal. I was like, damn, it's gonna be a tough one. And then like you came up and you hit a home run. I'm like, damn, like damn. Like I was like so shocked. I was happy. I was so happy. I don't know what it is. I think every song that you had just had that group, that feel. I don't know what it is. It's just like that feel, or maybe like your group name, the Animo.
Yeah, the Animo. Yeah, that's what we always tell each other. Like when we make mistakes or whatever, I'm like, dale animo, you know, it's okay, you know, we're gonna mess up here and there, but you know, get back on track, dale animo, you know. So that's what we try to do. Like we just try to put 100% our heart into it. So yeah.
Yes. Love you, Rita. It looks like you have a lot of, you know, you do have a lot of supporters. Cause I know when we were doing an interview, you had your crew, your fan base going. Yeah.
It's awesome to have, though.
So okay, so Orlando from Puro Tejano, Rita is in the house. What up, Orlando?
Is Orlando
okay.
Carrera?
Yes.
Hi, Orlando. He's always been supporting. He's been one of the ones that would push he's a DJ here in town, and you know, he does quinces and stuff like that. And también, and he's been awesome as far as supporting us and supporting my music and playing it at the clubs, you know, and everybody's at the nightclub. So appreciate it.
Yeah. People don't realize the hard work that DJs like go. Anyways, Josie's in the house. Mercy, West Texas Promotion. She's actually from San Angelo. I mean, Mercy, you should go check out her performance when's your next gig in San Angelo?
In San Angelo, well, I have an acoustic gig next Friday, but it's different because I do a little bit of Spanish. I do a lot of bilingual country. I do classic rock. I do pop with my acoustic player. He's Kevin Collins, and he's not in my Animo band, but he plays like con Animo, and he does, you know, he'll play my original stuff. So, but Animo, we don't have. I think we have one, and we're going to be at the Penny here in San Angelo next month in May. So.
Okay. And then Jess, Joe, and Acosta. Love you, Rita.
Hey! Thank you. They're awesome at sharing my stuff, so I appreciate it. And their son is my guitar player with Animo. Yeah. So Jesus, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you one of the typical music questions. how did you get into singing? Because like for me, I really like I thought your group was together for like several years, and you told me it wasn't. But how did you get into singing? Because like, girl, you have pipes on you, girl. You have vocals.
My mom used to
Like,
tell me I should have been a referee. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
oh my
But, so my grandfather was a pastor, and so we were always singing in the church. You know, grew up singing the hymns. You know, Baptist church, the Pentecostal, Spanish church. I had a tia that she was a drummer, and that was awesome back then in the day. Like you didn't see that very often, female drummers. And so I was just in awe of the music. I used to play a mean tambourine back in the day. But yeah, I mean, that's where I started. It was in the church.
Oh man. So Mercy wants to know where at Rita, where you're gonna do your acoustic.
My acoustic gig is going to be at Marshall Pint downtown. It used to be the Casual Pint. But yeah, it's family friendly, pet friendly. So yeah, they got they have beer, they have liquor, they have snacks, they have even a game room in the back. I mean, it's an arcade, like it's awesome. Yeah, it's a really cool spot. So
It's so funny instead of like it has food and it has a good environment. You're like, it has beer, it has liquor.
everything you need to go.
All the important stuff like beer and liquor, guys. Oh man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next Saturday, I'm going to be in Blackwell. It's not in San Angelo, that's why I didn't mention it. But in Blackwell, we're going to be at a steakhouse out there, and it's an outdoor patio. The cattle, Blue Agave Cattle Company, and it's an amazing place. If y'all haven't gone out there for date night, I mean, go have some good steak. They're great people. I mean, yeah, this is an awesome spot. So we're excited to be there.
That's like the best when you have like good steak and music. That's the best. And
Yeah.
probably some
And they have beer.
And the beer. And don't forget the
Beer.
alcohol, guys.
And you can bring the family. So
What kind of beer do you like?
what kind of beer do I like?
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
random
I don't like beer. I just drink vodka. But I know a lot of people like beer.
You like,
I'm a vodka girl.
I'm not much of a beer drinker, but I'm more of a liquor drinker. I'm more of a rum or tequila drinker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the beer, like, but the liquor, like, wait a minute, that's a different story.
I mean, I like to use my money wisely, and I get to feeling better faster.
Buy the good stuff, not the cheap stuff. Oh my god. Okay, so how did your group form? How was it? How did you guys get together?
So that's a pretty fun story. So me and my co-lead, Jesse G-Man Garces, we actually were in a band together a couple years ago, another local band. They had, needed a replacement for their lead singer for a little while. So he was helping them out, and I saw them at a wedding, and I said, hey, if you need some help, I'll help you out. Because, he was new at, the lead singer. He had been in a band way back in the day, like when there was the mullets and all that stuff, but he hadn't been the lead in a while. So I saw the wives. I knew the wives of the band, and I told them, hey, if y'all need some help, I'll help y'all out. So then for a year I did that other local band, and then me and him both got fired. So we really enjoyed, gigging together. We had good vibe, on stage. So we were like, man, we don't want to stop. Let's keep going. Let's do our own thing, And with the other band, they were mostly all Tejano and Norteño. They didn't want to do like the originals, the countries and stuff like that. And we like the country, we like the pop, we like all the stuff, So we were like, man, let's just keep going. And I told him I was going to be working on original music anyways. And so, so we formed this other band, and we've been together for a year now in March. And man, I've been so blessed. Like I'm like on cloud 9 every time I think about these guys, and I go to rehearsal. Everybody's in a good mood. Everybody you know, like we make mistakes, yeah, but we don't get mad at each other. You know, there's no, you know, there's respect. You know, everybody respects each other, and we all respect each other. The hard work that everybody's putting into their craft, and man, like the guys are just like, I'm so happy. Like, as happy as I've ever been. I've been in several bands, lots of bands, but these guys, yeah, everybody gets along. Like, nobody's there because they feel like they have to be there or they don't want to be there really, or everybody's giving 110%. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah. You know, I've been a part of not like playing music, but I've been a part of bands before. You know, like sound or DJ the breaks or whatever, or you know, like we co-opt a lot, and you know, and I've always been asked because I guess I've been around long enough to know a little some and you know, and like you said, you know, people get fired or leave or whatever, and you know, for me, I always tell them like, hey, it's either you follow the talent or you do it because you love it. And because, I mean, it's going to happen. It's bound to happen. You guys are going to leave or get an argument or whatever. Stay professional and just, yeah. But, you know, it's great that you guys are doing original music because that's where it's at. Because, like, for us DJs, at least most of us DJs, we're like, oh, another cover. Oh, another cut.
Yeah.
You know, like, we want to hear Rita, not I sound like so and so. So that for me, that's what I want. I want to hear Rita. No, I want to hear the next Rita. I want to hear the next. You know, I mean, the next original person, Joanna or Bianita Leo or something. You know, I want to hear the original stuff. I want to know who you are. So that's where I am. You know, as a DJ. Let me see. Okay, so what would be, now that you have your own band and you're doing your thing, what would be like the hardest thing you think being a group?
Being a group is the business side of it. Like, I've always been horrible at, you know, figuring out how much you should charge, you know, and all that stuff. And people don't really know you, so they don't know that you're going to bring the show, you know, and stuff like that. So that's the hard part. But I have Jesse. He handles all the business part of it. So I'm like, please, like, can we agree? I'll do, you know, a lot of the social media stuff, even though I'm not that great at it. So, but I'm learning. You know, we kind of share that, but it's so time consuming doing all of it. But that's the hardest part, is just like, you know, San Angelo's been awesome to us. So we've been getting a lot of local gigs. We've been opening for like Jay Pettis. We opened for Yahadi. We opened for a lot of different, you know, bands, different concerts here in town. And then we've got actually a quinceañera this weekend, and we have a wedding at the end of the month. So we've got lots of private gigs too, and family reunions coming up. So yeah, so we're very blessed to what we're gonna get to do. But trying to get into those, like the festivals and all that stuff, that's the hardest part, when they don't really know you. And like you said, you know, they listen to the music but they don't really know how you're gonna perform it live. You know.
Yeah. No, that I know exactly what you mean. I think that's probably like the hardest thing the first year, because I know when I've been around for a while, but my station it's been around I think 6 years now. But the first year was like, who? What? It's I know I know exactly what you mean. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. A lot of Facebooks, a lot of YouTubes. What's good? You know what really bothers me is when people put like videos and their phone takes horrible videos and you can't hear.
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my God, at least let's listen to the video first. Like, you know, and you hear.
Yeah, I had to get, my husband used to always like going live, and I'm like, dude, don't go live, because, you know, like the service isn't that great. Just record it first, then we'll look at it, and then we'll post it, and that's what, you know, a lot of people want you to go live, you know, while you're at the event, but like if it's gonna be all pixely, it's not gonna be worth it, you know. So
I think
plus he makes me nervous when he does live.
Yeah.
I'm like
I think that was real. Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, you guys are freaking awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was like, oh, like if I had a dance with them, I would have been like dancing. But like, oh, it was phenomenal. I think like out of that night, I think you guys are probably one of the better groups that were, or one of the groups that made people dance. Put it that way. Everybody was awesome. Everybody was freaking awesome. But I think the people vibe with you. You're one of the ones that people really vibe with, and that's pretty hard. At least in my experience being with different group or different exes that were in groups and stuff, it's pretty hard to get people to vibe with you want, I would think that for me, at least a DJ, you would want people to dance to your stuff.
Yes. And that's the hard thing is like when we put together our set list, like, and that's the thing is like some groups don't, do a set list. They just like, we'll just decide when we're up there. I'm like, no. Like, I have to have my set list. And, we can change it up a little bit here and there, but I want to be prepared. And I want to kind of, we like to tie songs together so you can keep the momentum going, not a whole lot of dead air in between. And, like, I try to get pretty picky with our shows. But, it's been working out great. The people they've been loving it, So, it's been working.
I totally agree. Like, I've done several festivals. Maybe not under like mostly under my name, but with other friends of mine. And you usually like depending on how many sets you get like 45 minutes, an hour ish, and it's like, I mean, no discrediting anybody, but it's like you got this timing. Hit them out, bang them out, because if you start 3 minute intro. And then, okay, what we're gonna play? What we're, like pop it, get them out. So, I totally agree with like you want to know what's kind of coming. I mean, you could change them a little bit, but like you want to make sure you got it together. Get your shit together. And you guys put it together. Who do you have? Loretta Villa, Felipe. What up, Felipe? Villa. Yeah. But I agree. You guys rocked it out. So anybody have questions or what? What's going on? I don't know. Everybody's shy. I think they're scared.
Maybe I'm talking too much.
Exactly. Trying to be rude.
My husband told me Jonathan Espinosa was on. I can't see any comments.
Yeah.
Hey, Jonathan.
So what plans do you have in the future for Rita?
Well, yes, I have a couple of more songs that'll be coming out. Hopefully by June, I want to release an EP, and it's going to have everything that Jonathan has produced for me. June?
EP 2? Or 1? 2, right? EP number 2?
The what?
EP number 2? Your second album?
Yes. Well, the first one was all English, and this one was my first Tejano EP. So it's gonna have, it's gonna have all the songs that I've produced this last year, and an extra one, a new one. Hopefully, I'll have a video release with that as well. So I'm excited about that. It's a beautiful song. It's a ballad. I guess you would call it a ballad, but man, Jonathan did an amazing job producing it. And that's a song that I wrote, and he helped me co-write. And then I have another song that'll come out. I'm thinking about releasing it in May, but it'll be its own single. It's a bilingual country song, and Sevi Contreras produced that one. So,
people have asked me before, should I record a song with Sebi or somebody else? I'm like, you know what? Sebi's a freaking genius. I'm just gonna put it that way. He's a freaking genius. You can't go wrong with a guy like that. Like you just can't. That's like anything he does is gonna be freaking awesome.
He's such a nice guy, man. He's I mean, puro corazón, that guy. I mean, yeah, we've really enjoyed, getting to know him as well. So I'm just blessed to be able to, work with these amazing producers. I'm just like, I'm like, I'm still new, considered new, and not a lot of people know who I am. And So I'm trying to take advantage. Thank you so much for allowing me to, come on your show, because a lot of people are like, why am I going to interview her? She's, I don't know who she is. No.
And, and that's exactly why I wanted to interview you, because it's like, for me, I love the underdog story. I love the people who are there hungry and coming out, and especially because I know what I'm hearing. I've been around the music a long ass time, since I was 20 years old. I've dated several musicians. I've been in several bands. I know what I'm hearing, and when I hear you, like, you're freaking golden. Like, you are golden. You're badass.
Oh,
so put it this way: we're talking to who was it? Tex-Mex Accordion. So there was the other guys that were there with, the homies that were video recording. Me and Smoke, and we know. How would you say? Not to sound cocky, but we know the goods. We know what we're hearing, and it's like, So last year, let's see, let's put it this way: we had, what did we have last year? We had Gabriela play last year in our festival. We had Asalto play last year. We had gosh dang it, who else do we have? I know we had a lot more other people. I just can't pinpoint it. But and look what happened. Gabriela was nominated for Best New Female. Asalto got TMA award winning that year. So we know what we're hearing. Put it that way. We know we're not just the media just doing shit together, because like we know what we're hearing. I've been in the music for a long ass time, and when I tell you I hear it, girl, it's because I hear it, girl. That's why. So don't forget it. I hear it. So keep that confidence. I guess you say keep that confidence, because you got it, girl. Just keep pushing it. You guys got it, man. I can hear it. You got the voice. You got the motion. You got the groove going. I mean, you got it all. For me, you got the stuff. You got you got the juice. It's like it's like hamburgers. When you eat a hamburger, you know what different hamburgers you're eating, because they have different stuff. Like Dairy Queen has the relish in there. Anyway, that's like. I could be drinking the rock stars. It's the rock stars. It's the rock.
You're talking about hamburger, talking about hot dog for dinner. You're making me hungry, man.
Oh man. The rock stars. I'm sorry. But yeah, you guys got it. Just keep it going. And I think TMA, I think once you hit 4 albums, then you become to acknowledge stable artist. Just FYI. Okay. Anyways, I know a lot of them.
Yeah, that's like Jonathan and Aaron Holler. Aaron, he does the vocal sessions. He works with Jonathan on all the music that I have released, and man, he's amazing to work with too. Like Aaron has taken my vocals like to another level, I think, as far as like when I go into a recording studio before, I've had experiences where they'll like really guide you along, give you suggestions and stuff like that, and then I've had some that just sounds good. So I'm like, are you sure? Okay. Like, okay, sounds good. And then you get it, you get the music home and you're like, man, I could have done that so much better, but ya pa qué, but with Aaron Hollerman, like he's amazing. If there's any vocalists that want to work with do a vocal session with Aaron, man, I love his his mind. Like he's always thinking of different ways to do stuff. He's very creative, and so I love working with him. So my husband's giving me notes. We don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, he's a badass. Aaron, yeah, he's a badass. He's bad. He's no joke. Put it that way. He's not someone you want to take lightly. He knows this stuff.
Yeah. So man, I don't even remember my point I was trying to make, because now I'm trying to read. Yeah.
Are you? I think I think it's for me, it's the rock stars that are just getting.
Are you sure it's not Rockstar and tequila or something? The mixed
Oh,
drink.
okay. So, what was I gonna? Oh, okay. So, are you guys gonna make a music video? I love. Boy, you can tell. I love.
Yes. So I only have one out right now for Con Animo. But I have a really big idea for the new song that I'm be releasing on the EP. Like I said, it's a ballad, and I want to make it really powerful. You know, and Lawrence, you know, my buddy Lawrence Casares, DJ NDO, he's gonna help me. I told him about my idea, and so yeah, he's gonna help me get that done. So hopefully we'll have that done by June. That way we can release the EP and the video with that song. But I don't want to give too much away. But it's, I mean, it's near and dear to my heart, I think. So, but yeah, we've got some ideas on how to make that happen, and yeah, so we're gonna really push that once we get it going. So, yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you have a music video, so I kind of want that music.
Oh, Con Animo.
Yeah, I love music videos, girl. Like, not that I'm like a professional videographer, but I like to play with videos every so often, just because you know I don't know, I like creating stuff, and I like to see I like to see music videos. For me, it's like I feel like the music videos complete the story of the song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the video that I already released, I don't remember when I released that one, but it has clips of my children in it because I wrote Con Animo for my kids.
Oh.
Yeah, so when I actually wrote that song a couple years ago, it was, you know, when my daughter, she was my youngest, and she had just moved out and went to college, and it was like in December, so the holidays were coming up, you know, I was getting all emotional, and I wrote that song just thinking of her and thinking of what I wanted for my kids, you know, in their adult lives. And so that's where Con Animo came from. And so whenever I talked to Lawrence about making the video, I said, man, I want to put home videos in there of things that we've gone through, you know, with the kids. So we have like their sports in there and stuff like that. I have some clips of just, you know, the family times and when they were little and stuff like that. And I even have a little clip in there of my my son 10 years ago. He had a stroke when he was very young. And so I have some hospital footage of us in there too. So, you know, it's like, because it's powerful, it's like these are all these things that, you know, we've overcome as a family, and this is, you know, it's just very important, you know, and so I think that's why the video is doing well too. So
Yeah, I just tagged in Lawrence and the. I'm sorry, it's like my phone updated and I can't see half the stuff for some reason. So I'm trying to see it on here, so I'm sorry. I'm not going crazy, guys. I just can't see it right now. I don't know.
crazy eyes.
So that's why I'm like keep moving because like my head's in the. So,
I thought you were dodging a you know, punch or something.
I just
Somebody's in there.
like, yeah, that's what it is. I just like this. I don't know what happened. Like, technically. Anyways, okay. So I always ask this one. And I always ask this one. I guess I want to say this. These are like one of the three of my questions. It's if you could make your own, like if you're closing out a show and you could make your own event or your own show, your own whatever, gig, whatever, what would you do? How would you do it? Or who would you have? What effects? Or who would you co-op with? Or, you know, stuff like that. Well, how would your ultimate badass bang show be? Google one, help me.
I haven't even thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah, see, those are things you gotta think about, girl.
I know. I'm like, man, I honestly, I don't. Cause like, this is what I was telling somebody at, you know, the when we did the fanfare, you know, the media, when we did the media gala, right? We were talking to some people, and I was telling one of the interviewers, I was like, you know, I still consider myself a fan. Like, I don't, you know, people say, oh, you're a recording artist. And I'm like, I'm a fan. You know, like last year when I went to to fanfare, I was in the audience. You know, I was watching everybody, and so like, oh my god.
Oh, what happened? Okay, so I guess she like disappeared or something. Anyone want to answer that question? So yeah, that was Rita and Capuchina. I don't know what happened to her. I guess let's play some music, huh? This is your DJ MonDo from tejanolokomail radio with the unexpected. Shut up. This one is called Hurting Kind. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I don't know what happened. I didn't do nothing. I don't know what happened, guys. Let me see if this works. Maybe she'll jump on. Maybe she'll jump on. I don't know what happened, guys. Ooh. What's that, huh? I don't know what happened, guys.
Baby, it's shot for you.
Just in time for the start. I don't know what happened.
Baby, it's shot for you.
It sounds bad, huh? Okay, so I don't know what happened with her. So I guess maybe what do you guys think? Should I just cut it off or maybe wait a bit? Anyways, this is your DJ. I don't know what to do. This never happened. This never happened. All right, guys. So Rita Capuchina, I don't know what happened to her. She disappeared. So let's just wait a little bit and see if she jumps on. But anyways, so next week we're gonna have the Conjunto block. It's gonna be JT and Sus Criminales. So this year on the Conjunto block is gonna be like it's gonna be pretty crazy because a lot of conjuntos actually, I put on a post and a lot of conjuntos hit me up. So we got JT and those JT Johnny Trevino next week. We're on the same exact time, but on a Wednesday. And then on May 3rd, let me see, is it May 3rd? 1, 2. May 3rd, we're gonna have Ramon Lucio y Dynamita, and then after that, we're gonna have. There's a couple people. I think it's gonna be. Gosh, who was it? For sure, we have. For sure, we're gonna have Puro Corazon sometime later in the year. Joaquin Chavez sometime later in the year. We're gonna have ¿quién más? I know we're gonna have a bar voice sometime later in the year, but the confirmed one, Rita Capuchina. I don't know what happened, but for sure we're gonna have the Conjunto block next week, and we're gonna do a lot this year because last year I had to cut it a little bit short, but this time it's gonna be pretty long. So sorry, my phone died. That's what happened. So I was just trying to talk to fill in the space, guys. So if those of you who are listening into the radio, tejanolokomail.com, I don't know. I guess Rita's phone died. I'm so sorry. Hi, Rita. Okay, so yes, I was just talking to fill in space. So I guess let me play a song here. So those of you on listening to the radio right now, I'm playing no, let me play a different one. So those of you who are listening into the radio, you're listening to Stola. So Rita Capuchina says that it was plugged in, but I told you I'm technically. So I don't know. Did you want to jump back on, Rita, or qué pasó? Larry, I know. I love Rita. She's so awesome. You want to jump back up? I was like, what did I say? It's because I asked you what kind of finale show you wanted to do, huh? Just Costa, Mercy in the house, Felipe in the house. So what happens, guys? This is what happens once you join live. Your phone switches settings, and the audio for some reason sucks. I don't know why, but it does that. Re-invite her. My laptop won't let me join. I know your laptop sucks. You know what? You know, Rita, give me a call. Give me a call. Give me a call. I just don't know my number. This is phone. Oh, wait up. All right, Rita, give me a call. And those goes for you who's looking for a DJ también. And when I moved to Texas, I also do sound. If you guys tell, I do sound. Wireless, PreSonus 32 mixer, digital wireless. Anyways, give me a call, Rita. 831. And if you guys need a DJ, let me know. But I only answer text unless it's Rita. So text me because I don't answer unknown numbers. And say who it is. Don't say, yo, who, what up, Homer. Anyways, 831, Rita. 484, Rita. 3468. We'll get her on the dang phone. Wait. Your phone died, right? Would it go through? Those of you guys who are listening out there in Radio Land, I'm up for higher time, and I do travel, but I require donuts. Adele Romero in the house. Phone died. I thought it was a question I asked. Are you gonna give me a call, Rita? I don't know. Would that work better? Yes, I'm starting to back up. All right, guys. So that was Rita Capuchina called Sola. I'm on the radio right now. That was Rita Capuchina called Sola. Here we go. Let's play some. Ooh. Let's play some Tristan Ramos right here for you guys, and we're gonna wait for Rita Capuchina to come back on. All right, guys. So yes, I'm sorry. Okay. So yes, I'm actually, if you guys don't know, it's actually a radio station. If you guys don't know, it's actually a radio station. So so right now it's playing Tristan Ramos. So you're actually on Facebook Live. So we're waiting for Rita to jump back on. So we got a blip of the live, which was really cool. But now we're waiting for her call. So anybody who wants to hire a DJ, that's my number. Text first. Send cash. No, I don't have cash. Send money. We're waiting for Rita on this phone. That is 831-484-3468. DJ MonDo, up or high. That's the DJ voice. Mondo, we should do a Tejano takeover in Puerto Rico. I think that, dude, I am so down for that. I am so down. I would freak, dude. Ooh, I got some spam calling right now. Let's see who it is. Pizza Hut. All right, here we go. Can you guys hear it out there? I don't know. Let me know, Facebook guys. Guys, can you hear it? Can you hear it out there? Yes, no.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like now it doesn't give me the option to join live again.
Oh, okay. Well, I think the laptop. I don't know. I'm never able to join live on a laptop, but I think somebody has before. Yes, Melissa or Trigon Duran. Okay, here, Rita. Okay, so yes, and Mercy says yes. Okay, so guys, those of you who are just joining on, and thank you for those who stayed on, because I was thinking about cutting off. This is Rita Capuchina y Animal. So Rita Capuchina, I guess you could say up and coming. Well, TMA rules. She's still up and coming new artist until you hit 4 albums, then you're an established artist. Okay, so we were at where we were at. We were at the part of what would be your ending, your big shebang, your final shebang, your ultimate gig.
Oh yeah, yes, my ultimate dream.
Make sure you have your phone plugged in.
It is plugged in.
Okay.
But I still don't have an answer. That's homework for the next time that we talk. So I'm like, man, I have such a wide musical taste as far as like different genres. Like I grew up, mainly focused on country, and then I fell in love with blues, and then so Tejano's always been there, and but like to pick out my I probably have artists from all different genres.
That would be cool. I wouldn't mind. Like if I was a singer, I would definitely want Shakira for a reason.
Oh yeah.
I would, and yes, she's awesome.
My favorite country singer is Miranda Lambert.
Oh, she's freaking awesome.
Yes, I just love her. If I ever meet her in person, I'll probably faint or something. Just like when I met Shelly Lattes. I love Shelly Lattes.
Oh, yeah.
She's so cool, but like when I talk to her in person, I can talk to her over the phone, okay, but if I talk to her in person, like I'll be like,
you get started.
I get stupid.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I do, because I'm like I said, I'm still a fan. Like I'm just a fan. Oh my god, an artist, it's still surreal,
Yeah.
So that's why I haven't put a whole lot of thought into that, because honestly, I never really thought I was gonna be able to, actually make this a dream and make performing and opening for big bands and stuff like that. And like it's still surreal to me because I still consider myself a fan, just in the audience and in all of all these artists. So
Yeah. Yeah, I love Shelly. She's actually my number one ultimate favorite Tejana artist, I guess you say. It's always been Shelly. I want. When she had her back in the days, I don't know if you remember the album where she used to wear the cowboy hat and todo, like I was like, damn girl. Yeah, she's freaking awesome. I love her. And then her her personality is just like off the wall. I love her. She's so cool.
Yeah, she's always been so down to earth. And I've met several Tejano artists and just regular country artists or whatever. Like sometimes they're not how do you say, consistent in their personality. So you're like, so it's an act, they're just, I know they're putting on a show, but when you talk to them, kind of get different vibes from them. But Shelly's always been consistent. She's always been down to earth. She's always been, just amazing with her public.
Yeah.
So that's why I really like. She's my favorite. So her and Stephanie one the other come in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are two powerhouse women out there. Okay, so the other thing I always ask, and I think this is specifically my question, and it totally fits for me if you kind of cut the drift. If you can describe yourself as a donut, what would it be? As a donut, girl. You don't know this is I'm Mr. King Donut here. I'm Donut King here. I freaking love, like everywhere, like everywhere I go, I have to have a donut. Like I have to find one of those, like a donut shop, and not just like a HEB or I would still eat, but I have to find like a donut shop just to see what they got playing with, like, cause like I don't know what it is, like, oh god, I have to have a freaking donut. It's like. That's like one of my. It's just one of my things that I just. So what donut would you be? And I've heard some interesting answers before. I've heard. Oh, okay, go ahead. Go.
Okay, I think that I'd definitely be the round ones that are cream filled, cream and strawberry in there, and caramel on top.
Ooh, yum. That sounds good. I love cream food. Me, I would totally be a coconut donut with some nuts on top and strawberry filling. That is me. That's my donut. That's totally me. Okay, so if people want to hire Miss Rita Capuchina, how would they get a hold of Rita? So you guys, if somebody could like put the number on there on Facebook, that'd be awesome because I can't do it right now.
Yeah.
Let me see. Maybe I can write it. Okay. Yeah. So how would they get a hold of Miss Rita Capuchina?
Well, I have Facebook, of course, through Messenger is like the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Okay.
You can get a hold of us through either the Animal page or through my personal, my artist page, Rita Capuchina. I also have an email address that's rcapuchinamusic@gmail.com. And then there's phone numbers that are on our Facebook pages. I don't have Jesse's number.
Oh yeah. Jesse, you can write it, please. Put how you get a hold of Rita Capuchina. And I'm telling you guys, I take my word for it. She is freaking awesome, and she is so worth it. Like you will dance your ass off. You would. Oh, dude, should I say? I don't know. You would dance your butt off. I'm like literally. You would. You guys, you're bad.
Definitely get some cardio.
You get some cardio in. Yeah. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Like damn, you guys are bad. I would. Next time I go down to Texas, I want to see you guys again. You guys, for me, you guys are like, oh, like just the vibe. Like for me, it's just like the whole vibe, Like I don't know what it is. It's just like you vibe. You're vibing with the with the audience. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, we had a really good, like you said, everybody gets into it. Jesse is a really packed in at the end, and we both try to talk to the audience, and we kind of, do a little bit of, talking to each other at the end. We like to joke around, like have a good time,
Yeah.
We're just ourselves up there. We don't have anything like planned, and it's just always off the cuff, and we just hope that the audience likes it, and they seem to be, just really into our music, and we make sure, we make adjustments to our music when we see, hey, maybe a song hasn't been hitting for a couple of gigs, but there's some songs that people would just sit down and drink and sing to,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. Okay. Anybody has any questions out there? Norma Salazar. What's up, Norma? Okay, so I guess what I want to ask is, what advice would you have for any of the people out there coming up? Because I mean, like, you guys are, well, first of all, when I was in San Antonio, when was it, last week? 2 weeks ago? And like, because I like to think, I like to keep tabs on all the artists and people, and so that's why I sent you that video, like, hey, your song is playing over here in San Antonio. I thought it was, yeah, I thought it was freaking cool. I know for me, I'm like, what? Like, it was super cool because like I think it's because you still consider yourself as a fan, but like, I don't know, maybe that I mean, for me, I would be excited, like, my song is playing, all of San Antonio could hear it if they're like.
Huge, yeah.
So I guess, for what advice would you give for those who are starting to come out, and especially that now that you're kind of transitioning to that, okay, this is Rita, okay, people are hearing it, okay, you're starting to establish the name of yourself.
Well, what I would say is, make sure that you're authentic to yourself. Like, there's a lot of people that are trying to just find what hits and then kind of copy that, try to find your own style, try to find your own way of, if you're covering a song, you want to do it different. To me, I don't like covering songs, and like whenever I do like my shows, we cover a song, I listen to it a few times, but then I sing it totally different than the original artist because I want to put my own spin on it, you know? Yeah. Because, we're starting out new, and so we throw our originals in there, but we still have to have those covers because, you have to get them on the dance floor to something they recognize. Yeah. So, that's how we do that is, we mix it in with our original stuff, but we like to throw our own flavor on those songs. Yeah. So try to find, what feels good, and not everybody's gonna like it, and it's okay. You're gonna find, your audience. You're gonna find your people who are gonna support you 100%. And just be, down to earth. Just talk to as many people as you can, and when people come out to see you, I always try to talk to the fans as much as possible. Like I said, I like to hear what they think, what they like, what they don't like. I like to take the feedback. So we can always put on a good show. So surround yourself with some good people who are going to be honest with you. Like I would tell Jesse, I was like, man, we gotta be 100% honest with you. Like, if I screw a song up, you gotta tell me, hey, man, that wasn't good. Yeah. That's how you learn, and that's how you grow. And we try out different songs, and I'm like, man, we start playing it a few times, and it just happened to us this week. We've been adding some new material, and I was like, I don't like it. Let's scratch it from the list. Yeah. And, it's just try to find what feels good for you, and pretty much it. So
Mr. DJ Ramon from Rocket Radio is in the house. He was actually, and I didn't even notice until towards the end, he was actually there too. Did you get to hear Rita that day? He was there at the festival. Did you hear Rita perform, Ramon? He says he likes the song Sola.
Oh, yeah.
So if you heard Rita, I'm not sure what time you got. I think you're good. If you got to hear Rita, DJ Ramon, what was your thoughts on Rita's performance? Because like I was telling everybody, I was freaking amazed. I was like, damn, like damn, okay, you're up and coming, but like for me, you did not sound like up and coming. You sound like badass, like you freaking badass. So I'm like, damn, like you're not up and coming. At least the vocals that I heard, I'm like, damn, But that was my take. So DJ Ramon, what was your? Unfortunately, he showed up. Dang it! I wish somebody was on to that was there to tell me, because like I was impressed. I was very impressed. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else had any questions out there? Ask now or forever hold your peace. So Miss Rita Capuchina, what else do you have to tell everybody before we head out? Unless somebody has a question, what else do you have? What would you like to tell everybody before we head out? You know, like I don't know, like like merch, thank yous, don't take candy from strangers, kind of thing. You know, stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, you can take the candy. You just gotta run fast. I'm kidding. No, I went to the channel, of course, to band members of Animal, Andy Villa, Jesse D-Man, Mario Rodriguez, Ramon Vasquez, Tony Castro, Jesus Acosta, and our accordion player has been helping us out when he can, Richard Lasoya. Thank y'all so much, guys. You know, I appreciate everything that you're doing to, learn the new music that I'm putting out there as well. We've been having a good time with, just finding our own niche and stuff like that. So I really appreciate all you guys. Shout out to Jonathan Espinosa. Of course, he's the one who wrote Sola, and then he produced the heck out of it, of course. So that's all his doing. My vocals on it, but thank you for allowing me to have that opportunity. And to Aaron Holler, of course, thank you. Shout out to him. He's awesome, crazy. And then to Rosie Allison Promotions, she's the one who's been pushing my music. So part of the rap team, rap ladies. So shout out to her. She's been amazing. So I'm just really blessed to have a great team, and thank you, MonDo, for having me. I appreciate it. Like I said, I don't get very many opportunities, and I really, really appreciate you helping us get out there. And last but not least, of course, to my number one fan, my husband, Capuchina. So he has to share me with the whole band a lot of times.
Yeah. So Adela Romero puts I and happy hands and high hands, and Andrea says and Gio.
Gio, yeah, Gio has been helping us out. He actually helped us out when we couldn't make it to San Antonio. He's the one who stepped in and helped us on production because he had unfortunate death in the family. So Gio has been there to help us out, support us, and he's a really cool guy, man. We really, really appreciate you, Gio.
Cool. So Rita, yes, like so I always love the up and coming artists, the young artists, and the female artists, the underrepresented artists. Put it that way. I'm always very pushy on, not like meaning, but like love to push the talent that needs to be heard. Like you, gosh, who else is there? Jenny V, she's bad. Joanna, she's bad. Renita, she's bad. Gabriela Mat, she's not. Like all those artists that needs to be pushed because they're freaking badass. Like just like Rita, you're badass. So don't ever forget that. So, and you're always more than welcome to jump on if you want to jump. Like if your phone is charged, feel free to hit live. Like honestly, feel free to hit live because I've had that happen several times by several musicians. Isabel Marie used to do that sporadically. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Like Tristan Ramos did that a few times. Like, just feel free to jump on if you ever want to just jump on and you see me live. I am more than happy to have a conversation and do whatever you guys, whatever you guys want to do. Like feel free.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I agree. She is bad. Yes, she is badass. Like I'm like guys. I'm gonna tell you right now. Maybe in a couple years after your fourth album. Yes.
Fourth album. Hey man.
Yeah, and a lot of artists, I'm not, not like to discredit anybody, but sometimes it just takes time, like for instance, Shelly Lares, it took her 10 years, I think, finding one to work, but she's always been badass, so sometimes it just takes time, but it doesn't take away the fact that you're badass, but I mean, you got it, girl. Like you got it. Like, I'm telling you right now, you got it. You got it. Trust me. Trust me.
Thank you.
Trust me.
Oh.
Okay. But without further ado, because I don't see questions out there. Saludos to everybody who tuned in.
Yes, thank you to everyone who tuned in, who's been supporting me, San Angelo, everyone, my family at South Texas, también appreciate my music. So really appreciate everyone who's ever liked the video or shared my page, shared my videos, downloaded my song. I mean, I'm not doing this for anybody except for y'all to share my music with y'all. So
Awesome. Well, we'll see you. I don't know. We'll see you on the flip flop. See you later, alligator.
all right, thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right, good night. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, that was Rita Capuchina. Her phone died, I guess. But that was Rita Capuchina from Rita Capuchina Tejano. And right now her music is freaking popping, which was one of the first songs that I started off with. Like I said, I was in San Antonio 2 weeks ago for DJ Brandon's birthday. So saludos, Mr. DJ Brandon. And yeah, and her song was just like, it was like, I was excited because I heard her song, like, yeah, and it just came out. So yes, that was Rita Capuchina from Rita Capuchina Animal. You go follow her page, please, because she's freaking badass. If I say she's badass, that means she's badass. Okay, guys? So this is your DJ MonDo from tejanolokomail radio. Tune in on Wednesday at 7 p.m., which is 9 p.m. Texas time, for our first episode, season 3, this year, 2023, for the Conjunto Block with Johnny Trevino. And then May 3rd, Wednesday, for Ramon Lucio, episode 2 of the Conjunto Block. And then I have a few other Conjuntos that I got to line up. But yes, tune in for next week, Wednesday, here on this same, I shouldn't say back, same local channel. Same local channel. There you go. For the Conjunto Block. That's right. Season 3, episode 1. Peace. Your DJ MonDo from tejanolokomail radio. Keep it connected, baby. I'm out. Cheese. Bye.